you've seen on film or from their quarterback that concerns you guys defensively?
He's a dual threat quarterback, so that's always a challenge. The last couple of weeks we've been facing some dual threat quarterbacks though, but this guy, he can really run. He brings a whole new meaning to dual threat from what we've seen at least.
You mentioned last Friday of San Jose State. He mostly got his yards, scrambling when there was no one open. But Utah State, it's more design stuff specifically for him. So does that? Again, he's a dual threat, but it's a little different preparing for him, right?
Yeah, it definitely is because it's just another option, really. It's something that we absolutely have to account for instead of something happening like sometimes. They pull guards and they have design runs for him, so that's something we definitely are prepared for.
You just treat him as another running back.
Well, yeah, basically as another running back, another threat.
No problem.
We'll see. I don't think so.
How important was it for your defense to hold San Jose State out of the end zone near the end of the game the other night? I think it was 42-3, but you guys played a very inspired goal line stand there.
Yeah.
And it seemed like you guys really wanted to keep this little streak going.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think it makes us maybe a little hungrier. Like I said, it's not something we obsess over, but it is something that we talk about, and especially when we are on the field. We're just hungry to get off, hungry to, just let our offense get another chance to score.
Rashaad, being a kick return guy, have you noticed that because the defense isn't letting the other team score, you're not really getting that many opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. We don't have to go out there and try to take one back, and get more yardage. Our defense just holding these guys, and it feels good when you see your defense go out there and doing their job and just making everything easier for the offense just to get them off the field. And, we go against these guys every day, so, we know what it feels like for the other team. So it's just getting us better, and we can definitely see that happen.
You mentioned the defense does help you prepare for opponents, but Rocky said one of his biggest concerns is just Utah State's front. I know in the past they've always had really good linebackers. What stood out to you about just their front and how physical they are?
They're big and they're athletic. They can move. Just like any other front. We just got to prepare the same way as we did the last few weeks, and that's just running straight downhill and playing to our best abilities, and just preparing. That's the big key for this week. Like I said, they're pretty good and they can move, and they always can move like last year. So it's nothing we've seen, so we're ready.
How does playing with DJ Pumphrey on your team as your teammate, how does that help you as a running back when you get into the game? Would there be any way that is assisting you?
We both assist each other. Just having him in on the other side of the field, like when we're doing our Thunder package, make everything easier for me if I'm getting the screen because everybody's so focused on him. So it just make most of our jobs easier. He can start the drive off and he can also finish it. But he's a great player. Can't take that away from him. He make everything look so easy. Right after that targeting penalty, everybody thought he was going to be down. Came back and scored on the outside run. Like I said, he's an amazing player. So we love to watch him.
Rashaad, did you think you were targeted on that play in the first half on Friday night?
Oh, no, it was a great play. It really wasn't as much contact as they thought it was. But it was a face mask before. But it was a great play, and I feel like a targeting penalty is like really what happened to DJ. I felt like that was really much of a headshot, but he just made a good play and stopped the ball. We stopped the ball short.
I feel like teams are starting to cover that wheel route better, or is that still going to be something that'll be an option?
Yeah, we tried to run the wheel route against San Jose. Their linebacker went straight to the flat, and so it's just something they got used to. And hopefully we can work it to perfection. I know we got a couple more chances that we can run it. So just seeing what we can do at practice, because I know what we do in the practice we can do in the game.
You scored on a kick return, a reception, running. You asked to maybe try and throw a pass for a touchdown?
I'm really not a good passer. My left arm, it doesn't work that well.
Guys, I'm doing something on the use of film in football. I mean, obviously it's been used for decades and decades. How do you guys use film to be better? I mean, you obviously have the team sessions where you're watching, but how much are you guys focused on film kind of individually? How much time do you spend with it? What are you looking for?
I would say that each and every day we watch our practices, we watch our mistakes, things we're preparing against, and maybe we didn't do so well during the day. We can fix it the next day, and get more prepared for the game. And then also film on the other team is big. You know, you can pick up on tendencies, pre-snap recognition on certain things you can pick up on. So I think it's really important part of the game.
How about you, Rashaad?
I mean, like he said, we watch film every day, and it's something we do individually as well. I mean, we have that type of thing where we can go and watch film on our own, and just see what we did wrong at practice, and try to come back the next day and execute it well. I mean, that's the one thing that you're going to get throughout the week. You're going to make mistakes, but just how you come back up and how you do it again, and that's something I think we do well. We executed it well at practice.
Did either of you guys, I mean, high schools use film now, but how big of a step up was it from high school film watching to college football film watching?
I think it just depends on the coaches. You know, there's some high school coaches that are really adamant about film watching, but it definitely is another step up, just like everything else. It's more time consuming, but it's like I said, it's a big part of the game, something we need to do to get better. It's essential.
Austin, what was your high school situation? How much did you guys watch?
We watched film a lot, actually. We watch film probably every day. Similar type of thing, just probably less hours.
Do you watch much film on your own, like on an iPad or on your phone or anything?
Yeah. Honestly, whenever I'm not in classes, I'm trying to get into the film room. Just like I said, just to get better on, even if it's just little technique things.
Do you guys, this is kind of like a frivolous question, but do you guys make it like a movie night, just made popcorn and watch film together?
I would say we get meals after practice, and so sometimes we'll take our meals and just go in there together as a position group type of thing.
I guess for either of you guys, looking back to when you committed or maybe right when you arrived, just because the topic has been brought up this past week with the players that were suspended. Is Rocky Long constantly reminding the team about, what can happen if you make a mistake, you violate a rule? Is that something that's just brought up right from the beginning and okay, you don't want to end up in a situation like that? Or is it constantly reminded to you? Or is it even brought up to you like a week like this where I guess last week actually, where it did happen in that case?
I mean, we really don't try to talk about it. I mean, it's really the past, and we can't dwell on it. But it is something that we talk about. But like I said, we just got to move forward. And that's something that we do get reminded constantly of. But it's just something that happened already, and we just really can't dwell on it.
Kind of after going through it last season, you guys are kind of just taking a similar approach. It's just the next man up. Like you saw Keelan, he stepped in right away and became the starter. And I think he led the team in tackles actually. so it seems like everyone's ready to step in.
Yeah, it's just all about the next man stepping up. I mean, just if you see an injury happen, the next man has to get back in. So I mean, it's just all about just getting ready for the next week and preparing and just doing everything well in practice to execute.
Rashaad, this offense has a couple of weapons that you guys have not been able to use lately, or have not been able to get the ball to Eric Judge lately, and Micah's been hurt, and I guess he's going to come back this week. But as an offense, do you guys feel like there's maybe just a little piece of your offense that's kind of missing right now that you would like to get more involved?
I mean, yeah. I mean, passing game. I mean, but I feel like our offense is where we need to be. I mean, we still move the ball. I mean, we're the type to run the ball, I mean, majority of the time. And then when we get into that play action, our receivers do be wide open. But, I think we have really great receivers. We try to use them to the best abilities and try to get them open. But they also make great blocks in the open field. And, I mean, they're doing a great job. So, I mean, yeah, I feel like we're clicking. I mean, we're going to continue to keep going. And I feel like with the defense, what they're doing, they're helping us. I mean, they're giving us an edge. They motivating us on the sideline to get the drive going, and I think we're in a perfect situation right now.
I know it can be hard to be critical after a 42-3 win, but looking at the film and looking at how you guys have done for each of you guys, what do you think that you can, as a team, focus on going forward to get better and to improve?
I feel like our penalties. I feel like we just make like simple mistakes. I mean, just some penalties alone, and I think that's something we can get better. I mean, just lining up on and off the ball and holding, are just like it's just sometimes we just got to make the little mistakes. It's just the little mistakes that's bothering us right now.
And Austin?
I feel like we were getting after the ball good. I just feel like maybe we can work on the little things, like I said, more like technique, like not missing tackles or even not making any assignment errors, just little things like that throughout the game.